City sidewalks. Something sidewalks.
Busy sidewalks.
Snow and reindeers and things.
You're so bad at the song.
I don't know any Christmas songs.
Do I need to send you the lyrics, Brian?
Look, man, I'm doing what I want. City sidewalks. Something sidewalks.
Oh god, this is
It's
driving
busy
me nuts.
sidewalks. We just did it.
This is almost worse than having Festival Hardbody on the show because I hate it when people get the lyrics to stuff wrong.
Wait, I
Oh my
thought Festival
God.
Hardbody was going to be on this show.
Hey, everybody, I'm coming down your chimney.
Oh no. He was on the roof, now he's coming down chimney?
Why did you do this?
In the words of Rikishi, I did it for the rock. Silver
Okay.
bells.
No! Sing the words right.
Look, God damn it. I'm trying to bring you the spirit of fucking Christmas, Tegan. And this is Impossible
You're
Coin.
trying to bring me the spirit of Christmas.
Yes.
Didn't the Grinch steal Christmas?
What we're here for is holiday cheer. And it's going to be amazing. This is a very special week for Impossible Coin. You probably have noticed that there are 2 episodes in your feed. That's no accident. There are, in fact, 2 episodes this week.
I'm very tired.
Rocky's the best.
In fact, Rocky's fucking dead. You're all monsters. He died
No.
to do this for you. So, Rocky Hardy, West Texas. Tegan Somerset, Ohio. Brian fucking Cartwright. Era fucking Zona.
Wait, Tegan, like, what direction of Ohio do you live in? Is it like
North.
Northeast Ohio?
I'm
North
in
Ohio?
Yeah, I am in Northeast Ohio. I am, there is snow. There's
Yeah.
snow and ice.
Yeah. What we are gathered here today to discuss is a holiday gift giving guide. I think, whose fault is this? Is this Rocky's fault?
Fault?
No,
it was
this is-
requested by our listeners,
Okay.
man.
Yeah,
This is
it
our
was
listeners'
requested by
fault.
listeners on the Facebook months ago. Like,
Yeah.
literally months ago. But we were like, why would we do it that far ahead of time when we could do it right before the holidays? 'Cause
Yeah.
now you're gonna get all those sweet, sweet deals on all that shit. It's gonna be great.
So this is our listeners' fault.
Okay. Yeah, let's blame the listeners. That's a move.
Look, it is a move. And I'm out here making them. So once again, happy holidays. We want to ho 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 help you. And we're going to talk about some questions related to holiday gift buying and give you some answers.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Also, if you're listening to this from Canada, I am so sorry that all of your post offices have decided to stop accepting foreign mail because of their strike. That's gotta be really, really stressful right before the holidays.
Yeah.
City sidewalks.
So you may be doing a lot of local shopping, but still, I hope that you're not too stressed out and that you can get started now so that with all these shipping delays, you get everything before the holidays.
All right. So let's take a look at some of our questions here. And start in with what is a good gift for an anime fan?
What isn't a good gift for an anime fan?
So if our gift giver themselves, the person who is getting the gift, they don't know your, what's the name of that guy who dies all the time on Dragon Ball?
I mean, there's a lot of
Yamcha?
those.
Yeah, okay, that's the one. They don't know a Yamcha from a, like a 3-star outfit on Kill la Kill. They just don't know. Like how, and they want to buy a gift for an anime person in their life. What should they do when they're out there shopping? Tegan, Rocky.
There are a few ways to go about this.
Yeah.
All of them are slightly risky. The least risky option is to first stalk their social media. If you've got a genuine, 200% anime fan on your hands, they're probably posting stuff, GIFs, and memes and stuff that feature the anime boys or girls, their choice. You know? I'm not gonna judge you based on what kind of gifts you're posting, because they're all good. Unless you're using Mineta. Fuck Mineta. Anyway,
He's just a kid.
He's a fucking 14-year-old pervert.
He is one of those.
Not cool with that. Anyway, so you want to look for those things. Mm-hmm. Those images are really easy to backward search, or you can check in the comments, and usually someone's going, what anime is this? And someone else will answer them with what the actual anime is. If they say it's Boku no Pico, it's not. I'm 900% sure it's not Boku no Pico. That's a joke. But a bunch of people will say...
Never Lupus.
Yeah, exactly. So a bunch of people will say what the actual anime is. And then, they like that anime. And so you could get them something from that anime.
Yeah, if you ID an anime, like, once you find, like, a character or something, it's usually a good idea to get something like a plushie. Stay away from figures unless, like, you really love them, because, like, figures are, like, triple-digit, like, gifts. You want to stay clear of those. A compilation is kind of cool.
There are a good amount of double-digit figures, like, in the $20 to $30 range that aren't so bad. But you want to make sure that that's a character they like before you invest that kind of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can also go the movie route on those. You can get a bunch of movies from Ghibli, which will genuinely go over very well with any anime fan. Or the guy who does Your Name, like Your Name and 5 Centimeters per Second, and stuff like that. Like, those are also going to be winners, because those are all, like, classics, top tier. Anyone will want to watch them, because they're good. And you can watch it with them.
Also, I know that, like, some of the classics are actually being compiled in very affordable ways, to the point where, like, Cowboy Bebop Complete Season is, like, a stocking stuffer gift now. It's pretty wild.
Okay. So, let's say the prospective anime fan is one of those people who's like, I want to reduce physical media in my life. They don't like having, CDs and Blu-rays and so forth sitting around.
What?
They prefer, like, digital archiving of their visual media.
Okay.
So would you guys say stick to a plushie in that case?
I mean,
nah, you got plenty of moves, man. Like, what you could do, you could, like, try to extend their subscription, like, because especially since, like, the Crunchyroll Funimation split, like, they may not have both, and, like, getting, like, a subscription to one or the other, at least for some period of time, might be cool.
Right, or, like, for Anime Strike, that would also be cool.
Okay.
Anime Strike was never part of the Verve deal, so, like, that'd be neat. You've also got, your general selection of figures, bags, if they carry bags, shirts, sweatpants, like, you got a plethora of objects you can choose from if you've got someone who is not particularly afraid of showing their fandom. If you have someone who's a little more conservative about their fandom, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more and order from Japan, but someplace like Goods Republic or the Animate store online, they'll have anime merchandise that a lot of times is more subtle. It's like character pattern costume stuff on, like, wallets and cell phone cases and stuff like, and bags and things like that aren't necessarily, they don't scream anime, but the fans know that they're anime.
Okay.
Like, Kingdom Hearts just released a line of clothing for Sora, Roxas, Riku, Kairi, and Axel, and all of them they're definitely anime merchandise. They're all a little on the pricier side, but the anime influence is subtle, so that they're also just high fashion, nice staple pieces.
Okay. So it sounds like the items that you're describing are what a wrestling fan would call hashtag safe merchandise. The idea being that it's something that you can wear out in public without marking yourself as a total nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely safe merchandise for anime fans, but a lot of fans don't care. So.
Okay. So,
although, I am really tempted by the Kairi skirt, just because it looks like something I could literally wear to, like, a meeting at work. And
Sick.
I already have a really cute blush-colored blouse that I could wear with it. But the skirt's like $198.
Sounds about right.
Import fees. So
That's fashion.
But
for
I
you.
know it's gonna be like the brand is really good. So like I've seen clothes from them before. I know it's well made. It's well tailored. Like lots of finished seams, lots of small detailing things that like you wouldn't notice unless you're a fan. So like it's always nice. But really, just like honestly, if when my non-anime mom attempted to get me anything anime, I was always thrilled because she was trying.
Okay.
She didn't get it. She didn't really care, but she tried.
So I think, Tegan, that feeds, I think you might even be trying to lob us a softball here for our next question, which is, what's a good gift for someone as a gateway into the anime? If you wanted to get your mom into the anime, what would you get her to share your passion?
Ironically, I think we already covered a lot of this. Like, stuff like, for lack of a better term, entry-level stuff. Like the Ghibli films, a compilation of something really good, like Cowboy Bebop, or even like, Madoka.
Yeah, like, well, a lot of those things have, like, different things that you can use as a hook. Like, Cowboy Bebop has a lot of really good jazz music. If you have someone who's really into jazz music, that's something you could watch together, and they'd appreciate the music, and that might, like, get them hooked on the show itself. A lot of the, like, big movies, like, Spirited Away's won an Oscar, so, like, if you've got a movie buff, one of those, like, top-tier good quality anime movies is going to be a good starting point as to like, look, this is an excellent medium for storytelling, and you can see with all the subtleties of like how these things that were really small influenced the story later, that kind of thing. But really, we're in kind of a golden age of anime where there is something for everyone.
Classic.
Yeah. But if you want to get them into like stuff that everyone agrees is good, it's gonna be Full Metal Alchemist.
True.
It's gonna be Neon Genesis Evangelion, Cowboy Bebop, and then like in the magical girl world, you're gonna have like Sailor Moon, not Crystal, classic
Not
90s
Crystal.
Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, Maho Shoujo Madoka Magica, but I would save that one for later. Cause it's not fun to subvert the trope if you don't know what the trope is in the first place.
That's fair.
The Astro Boy movie was good. I say. I took my dad to see the Astro Boy movie. And he was just like, can you read all the signs? And I was like, yes, I can, Dad. But like, he thought that was cool. And there's concerts also. Sorry, concerts. Yes. You could buy like Love Live concerts and stuff for like your like parental unit or whatever who doesn't see anything as like something you can really do. You can be like, look, all these people are making like this is a performance thing for them also. So, I don't know.
Okay. What are y'all's thoughts on, say, purchasing a gift subscription to an anime streaming service and then setting aside the time to hang out with the person?
It's not a bad move. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's a good move, but like I don't think that would work with like a parental figure. That sounds like something that's more like for your friend who's like expressed interest in anime but isn't sure like where to start or what to do.
Okay, so it's going to depend on, I guess, whether or not this like prospective anime fan has expressed interest in converting from prospective to legit.
Right.
Okay.
Or like if it's an issue of like proving to someone that like anime is not just a waste of your time, you know? Like, that's always a little bit trickier. But if you could, like, if you have a parent, this is more for, like, what's a good gift for an anime fan. If you have a parent who's like, I don't see why you're wasting all this time doing this thing, like, maybe decide that you want to learn a new skill because of this thing. So you want to learn Japanese, and so you ask them for Japanese lessons. Or you want to learn how to sew so you can make your own costumes, so you ask for, like, sewing lessons in a machine. Like, so that you can prove that it's not just, like, I can also get actual real-world skills because of my interest in this thing.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we might have our anime fans covered.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So now, Brian,
Yo,
as someone who has no experience with the wrestling,
okay,
but who knows a lot of people who enjoy the wrestling, what do I get somebody who enjoys the wrestling?
Okay.
Not for me to get into it, but, like, so that they'll like it, you know?
Oh, all right. So you're asking somebody who, like, say, already watches. So somebody who, okay. So what I would do is kind of probe a bit to find out what feds they're already watching. Usually this is easy because most people aren't super fucking maniacs who watch like a zillion different feds.
Okay.
And the answers will probably be something like, oh, I watch WWE, or I watch New Japan Pro. Most of the answers you'll hear will be those. They will likely say WWE, they will likely say New Japan Pro. You will probably have, for some real nerds, some edge cases who say more than that. But if the answer is just those two, and you want to, like, give them a gift that you can wrap and put under a tree that kind of shows that you pay attention, there is a federation out there that puts together a lot of what are called dream matches, meaning they put together guys who don't normally get a chance to fight each other. And the reason that they do that is they don't offer a streaming service. They do not stream their matches in any way. Their events are sold on Blu-ray.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. They're commonly considered the best independent fed in the U.S. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. So their biggest event each year is called the Battle of Los Angeles. It generally happens in September, and then the Blu-rays come out in November.
Ah, just in time for your holiday gifting season.
So it's one of those, like, kind of like everything comes together. And so so your friend or your loved one who watches either, say, WWE or New Japan Pro, you can be like, you know what? I think that you'd really like this. I bought you this year's Battle of Los Angeles from PWG. And they'll be really, really surprised because they're like, oh, wow, look at all this match quality. So many of my favorites versus people I never thought I'd see them fight.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
That sounds sort of easy to obtain. Is it pricey?
Well, the Battle of Los Angeles is a 3-day event, and each day is a separate Blu-ray. So all 3 days come up to about $60.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Jeez.
Yep.
I was thinking like $60 a Blu-ray.
No.
Like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that's like a steal.
Yeah,
Dang.
Absolutely.
All right. And so, how about if somebody wanted to try to get me into wrestling, Brian? Like you've been trying to get me into wrestling for 1,000 years.
So for somebody like trying to get somebody in to wrestling, I would probably, I would say, like, find a way to share what you personally enjoy and what you personally can provide a frame of reference for. Like, if what you care about is New Japan Pro, then give them a subscription to New Japan Pro World. If what you care about is WWE, then give them a subscription to the WWE Network. You know, like, give a subscription to whatever, you know, feds you watch, so that way you can, like, hang out with them and provide them that frame of reference. If it's somebody who you think maybe doesn't have the time to, like, you know, invest some time each week into watching a fed, then, like, I'd say honor that and recognize that. Like, if somebody's working, like, 80 hours a week because they're a fucking cardiologist and they're, like, in the, you know, the surgery theater 7 days a week, then please do not delude yourself into thinking that they're going to find the fucking time to watch wrestling each week. And I think that probably the same thing would go for anime. Like, honor the fact that your family and friends are busy when they are legitimately busy. And in those cases, I might say give them something that they can, like, dip into when they have time. Like, maybe an interesting autobiography of a wrestler that's good on its own as a book. Like, maybe Have a Nice Day by Mick Foley is pretty famous, and also a incredibly, you know, well-written autobiography. So for the person who has time, a subscription to a streaming service where you can offer, where you can be a guide. And then for the folks who are, like, super, super busy, like, a really strong, like, wrestling autobiography that kind of just speaks to, like, you know, that person's, like, general personality. Like, you know, Have a Nice Day by Mick Foley is kind of a story of, like, unexpected intellectual overcoming in, like, weird ways. You know, Daniel Bryan's autobiography is one, which is kind of like a collective story of, like, overcoming in the face of, like, everybody saying, like, yeah, no, you shouldn't even be doing this.
Okay.
Or, like, let's say your friend who's super busy is, like, a weeb. Then I might say give them Shinsuke Nakamura's autobiography, you know, which includes all kinds of, like, cool stories of, like stuff happening in Japan and, like the business of, like, living in Japan, dealing with Japanese business. Like, you know, that's a cool one. So, like, I'd say, like, tailor that move around what you know are already their priorities.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I say that like I'm not fervently taking notes over here. Oh boy.
So what's the next question?
I think the next question is lobbed at you, Rocky. It's apparel based.
Oh, sick.
It's apparel based. I don't know how to pick clothes for people. How do I find cool things for people who like cool things?
Yo, yeah, like me, I don't know either, Rocky. As far as I know, when I go out in public, just as long as my feet and dick are covered, I think I'm doing all right.
I hope also your nips are covered. That's a personal preference, though.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to see anybody's nips.
So for apparel, the question that we have here is form or function, picking a size, and are there apparel or accessories you should never buy? I'm going to do this backwards. So first, you should never buy wallet chains, never buy fedoras. No, I'm kidding. That's fine. You can buy those if you really want to, but the important thing is that you should buy them only if you really want them, because there is a detriment. Like, if you're walking around in an ascot, you got to be really proud of that ascot or you're going to get roasted for the rest of your life. That's just how that's going to go. As for picking a size, generally you want to prioritize fit over everything else, because if the clothes fit, they'll feel good. And if you feel good, you look good. Even though it doesn't always work the other way around. So, if you can get the person's size, that's the best case scenario. And if you try to buy things online, you generally want to size up whenever you read, even if they have measurements. Because I remember I tried to buy something with like a 34 like chest, and then it came in and it turned out to be like 30 for some dumbass reason. So when you buy things online, generally sizing up is a good idea, especially because you could try to shrink it in the wash. And as for form over function, I prefer buying things for function, but I dress pretty conservatively. Like, I mean, I use bright colors or whatever, but I'm not really trying to do any wacky patterns or whatnot.
Sure.
So,
do you go with, like, a whole set?
You mean, like...
Overshirt, undershirt combo? Like, that kind of thing? Or just, like, pieces and parts that you think would fit in their wardrobe?
So, I started with a foundation a couple years ago. Like, when I was trying to build an actual wardrobe, I started with, like, very simple staples, you know, a handful of button-downs in neutral colors, like blue, white. I think I still have, like, a black shirt, I think. Like, I've been slowly collecting accessories, but, like, you just start with basic t-shirts, some button-downs, and, like, comfortable pants. Buy pants that fit. If you can't wear the pants without a belt, you probably need to take a look at that fit. That's a whole thing. But after that, like, that's when I started to diversify. Now I have, like, you know, peach shirts and, like, mauve, like, button downs and all sorts of shit like that. But so what I usually try to do is once you have a foundation established, if you're starting from scratch, like, I feel iffy about giving someone, you know, just, like, some simple white button downs for Christmas or whatever. But when you're buying clothes for other people, it's important to buy things that you think will fit and will make them feel good about wearing. Like, some people like graphic tees, some people like a French cuff, but the idea is that you want to make something that when they put it on, they feel good about wearing it. And if that's because if it references some point of conversation, if it's something that they've had their eye on, or if it's like a style that they've seen like on a TV or in a magazine that they like connected with, that'd be a really cool thing. I remember one time my cousin got me a pair of like solid black suspenders because I like joked about it on like, I think we were watching Mad Men at the time. And like, you remember that like months down the line, it was one of the best gifts I've ever gotten. So it's important that the clothes fit and that you feel good wearing them. That because, you know, if you feel good, you look good.
Follow-up question. If you're uncertain at any point that they will like them, is including a gift receipt tacky as hell?
I don't think with clothes it's tacky. I mean, There are definitely people that like, you know, return whatever like with no qualms. But especially if you're really unsure, I would still include it because, I mean, fashion is a choice. You know, it's about like how you present yourself to the world. And if you got it wrong, like they should have the opportunity to get it right.
So, Rocky, are there like specific items that you think are like gift kryptonite, like things that? Because I can think of one. Are there any pieces of apparel or any accessories that you think you should steer clear of altogether? Like, you know, because it's, you know, it sounds like the things that we've talked about are like, yeah, you know, you might buy these shirts, you might buy these pants, you might buy these suspenders. But is there anything that the odds of botching it are just so damn high that they should just generally be avoided?
I'd be careful about buying shoes specifically. And ties, I think, is just a little under tier for a holiday gift. Like it doesn't seem thoughtful, I guess, unless they've specifically like shown interest in it. I think like apropos of nothing, giving someone a tie, like you have so many ways to fuck that up.
Right.
And even if you don't like specifically fuck it up, there's no way that it's like especially great unless they've been expecting it. You know?
Well, I think there's one exception, and that's in your anime fan, because there are a lot of subtle anime ties that I think like a business anime man would be like, yes, please buy me this because it is fandom and I know it's fandom, but no one else knows it's fandom.
I feel that. Yeah. But I think that's a real comfortable niche, but that makes sense.
That's not a standard. That's
so maybe not ties unless it's incredibly specific, man.
Right. An incredibly specific man may want a tie.
One I do want to throw in here that you haven't mentioned yet, Rocky, is wallets.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think we did that last week, didn't we?
No.
Did we do that like
when we
after
were
hours?
talking about the show prep for this episode, I went on a tear. Because we put in the apparel question, and I was like, people should not give fucking wallets. Because wallets are things that people try and hold on to for as long as possible. Because when they ride around in your pocket, at first, very often they're very, very uncomfortable, and it takes weeks, months, years in order for the wallet to slowly get smoothed into a shape where it's just invisible to your hip. And also the features that somebody wants from a wallet are incredibly specific. So like there is a good chance that like when you give somebody a wallet, there will be like some feature about it which is like just barely not right, but because it's something that you use multiple times all the time and like it's touching you whenever you have pants on, that even if it's a little bit wrong, the fact that it is a little bit wrong is glaring.
It's only touching you. It's not touching girls. Girls don't carry their wallets in their pants. The pockets are too small. It does not work. We
Girls
put them
need
in our
better
purse.
pockets.
Make sure you can find it in your purse. That's the most important thing. Make sure your wallet is not the same color as the liner. Oh my god!
And so
that's the worst.
And to that, and Tegan, I wanted to ask specifically is, do any of the concerns I have about wallets kind of like extend to purses?
Possibly. Girls tend to gravitate towards similar purse shapes. So if you look at the kind of purse a girl is carrying and buy her a purse that's the same general shape, she'll probably still like it. And that's more because, we carry certain purse shapes for certain reasons. Like I have a big old bag, and it's mostly because carrying a book bag as a purse is frowned upon in society. But also because, I like to be able to put, like, my groceries and stuff just in my purse. Because I do very small shop runs. So it doesn't matter. So, like, I can put all that stuff in there. But, like, my boss wears cross-body bag purses, and that's specifically because she's got a baby and a carrier that she puts on her front. And so, like, a crossbody bag can sit under there, and the purse itself is low enough on her body that she can access it without having to worry about, like, futzing around with stuff while she's wearing her baby.
Okay. The reason I ask on the purse thing is that I think probably the only gift I ever gave my wife that I would probably call a botch was a purse. And, you know, I specifically purchased the brand and purse shape that I had been told by her that she wanted. She's like, I really want a Coach purse. And so I bought this like Coach bag, you know, went to the Coach store, and I think the issue was that the bag I bought, even though it was the right shape, was too small.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta go with size, too. It's a difficult measurement, that one.
Right.
Like, honestly, I don't think including a gift receipt in like, bag situations is a bad thing. Especially if if you're potentially considering what would be a pricier bag. Just because getting, like, it might be that everything's exactly correct, but there's one thing that you don't know about that they find, like, exceptionally annoying. Like, my mom hates it when, and I found this out recently, when the interior of the purse has a divider in it, and I didn't know that for a long time, and it makes no sense because, my sister loves it when it has a divider in it. But that's not something you don't always see the inside of the purse when you're purchasing the purse. Because sometimes they're just full of tissue paper, you know?
Yeah.
And not everybody wants to, like, dig around in the display purse, you know?
Sure.
Oh.
Dig around the display purse, y'all. It's important.
Well, yeah, but then you gotta also remember that you've dug around in your friends. Like, I think this is an easier, like, girl-to-girl purchase because, like, we go through each other's purses all the time. You know? For, like, tampons and chapstick and finding each other's wallets when we're drunk and, like, all that stuff. So, I don't know. Easier. Also consider their lifestyle. Like, your party girl's not gonna want a huge purse.
Yeah. Probably want some, like, a clutch or some shit.
Your mom friend's gonna want a huge purse. Because she's got 15 bottles of water in there for her party friends.
So what's our next question?
Yeah, so Brian, I remember you told us at some point in the past that you had a separation from video games and you got back into it.
Yeah.
So, given that experience, how would you advise purchasing a gift or getting a gift for a person who wants to get back in the video games?
I'd listen to them. There's inevitably something that, like, got their attention. Like, if somebody's like, oh man, I feel the itch, and, you know, there's probably something that made them feel the itch. Mm-hmm. And for me, in 2011, it was like footage of Skyrim. I was like, oh goodness, look at all this Skyrim, you know, which is funny considering that now here in 2018, Skyrim is on literally everything.
Yeah.
You know,
it's on Alexa now.
It's on Alexa. It's on your fridge. You know, it's everywhere. Skyrim is everywhere.
On Etch-a-Sketch 2019.
Let's watch out. You know, Todd Howard is out here making moves. So I'd say, like, pay attention. Like, there's something that likely caused them to feel that itch. And I would say try and, like, lean into that by, you know, if they didn't just go out there and do it for themselves. And honestly, when a lot of folks are considering, like, a major lifestyle move and, like, and taking on a whole new hobby is one, if you think about it, they probably are unwilling to do that for themselves. You know, it's one of those things that feels greedy. It feels time consuming. You're like, oh man, can I really afford to get back into video games? You know, I have to, like, take the kids to soccer or whatever the fuck. So figure out what it is that, like, made them feel that itch. So if they saw, like, this, the Super Nintendo Classic, and they're like, oh man, that thing seems so cool, I have so many good Super Nintendo memories, then buy them a Super Nintendo fucking Classic. Now, if they don't have a current gen console, then that can be a tougher move. Mm-hmm. Because they don't have that jumping off point. But, if their PC is even a potato, then there's still a bunch of stuff that they can run on Steam. So if they have a PC, a Steam gift card might be an okay move. That and, like, a gamepad. Be like, here's a gamepad and a Steam gift card. So they can get out, they can get out, out there, and if they start to feel the itch more from playing some stuff on Steam, then, maybe they'll make that move and get themselves a console. So, like, I'd say, like, retro nostalgia consoles, like your NES classics, your SNES classics. If you yourself are a little bit more moneyed, if you've got a person who wants to tell you about their turntable when they're playing you records, then maybe a console from Analog. So that way, when they're, like, unwrapping, like, an Analog Super NT, they're like, oh wow, look at this thing. This thing's totally Baller Town. Look at all these bullet points. So,
hey, does Game Pass extend to PC as well?
Not quite yet. Like, okay. Because of all the stuff that Microsoft has, which, because of the titles which are naturally available on both PC and Xbox. There's already a bunch of stuff that is available. Like if you signed up for Game Pass without owning an Xbox right now, you would be okay because of the amount of stuff that they're putting out there, which is available on both Xbox and PC. But it doesn't yet formally do so. So they're not like yet pursuing third party relationships.
Okay.
So like you'd be okay for first party stuff, but you wouldn't be like get like cool third party stuff. So I'd probably hang back on that. So what's our next exciting question? Oh, Rocky.
Uh-huh.
What is a good gift for someone curious about Fortnite?
A small child.
Oh, that's funny. So there's a lot of ways you could really get into Fortnite. Or like, dip your toe in it, I guess. But, I mean, as always, it's important to identify what they actually care about with Fortnite. Because, I mean, you could honestly just like grab a small bundle or even some V-Bucks and call it a day. Because, I mean, Fortnite's free to play or whatnot.
Right.
But there's probably there's a handful of like alternatives that I would probably talk about. Like if they're interested in Fortnite because of like the colors and whatnot, but not necessarily like the aggressive gameplay, maybe getting them something so they could fuck around with Save the World might be a good idea, because like I think you still have to buy in to Save the World and you can play Battle Royale whenever. I don't think they still do Founders Packs, but I know there's some sort of bundle that allows you to do stuff with Save the World. Also, because there's actually, a handful of Battle Royales out there. I'm not comfortable recommending PUBG. Like, I know it's coming to PS4, apparently, like in December.
It's actually out now.
Oh, it is?
Yep. That happened.
Cool. But like, PUBG is still like super buggy, and so man, I don't think I'd put that on someone for Christmas. But if they want to mess around with Fortnite, like I definitely get them some V-Bucks so they could like pick like a skin that they might like or something. And maybe like get into like Save the World a little bit. I wish there was like an actual, I don't know if there's actually like stuff that like catalogs the lore yet, like anything official. Because I think that's most of the fun with like Fortnite. I mean, like there's definitely like the run and gunning in the building and whatnot, but like usually you're just gonna run in and then get shot like pretty early on until like you figure out like how this stuff works. So I would suggest like bridging them into Save the World so they could like learn how to play a little bit in like PvE before like getting roasted in Battle Royale. And some V-Bucks or like one of the associated bundles. Like I know like they have like a winter pack that comes with something like I think like a couple of skins and like $25 worth of V-Bucks for like $40. That's not a bad deal.
If you have a small child already into Fortnite's finally releasing merchandise. There are t-shirts, hats, socks, and I think a few llama plushies out. So you could always check out that if you know you have a smaller one who's super into Fortnite and like not really into other stuff.
Okay. So I would say probe, just because I feel like when some people say, I'm curious about Fortnite, what they actually mean is, I've seen people do the floss. So make sure that what has their attention is Fortnite and not just people flossing.
I'm actually lost. I don't know what that means. What are you talking about,
The
Brian?
floss is one of those Fortnite dances that they stuck in and didn't pay royalties for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it is the most Fortnite-ass dance of the Fortnite dances. Like, when you hear people you generally use the generic phrase Fortnite dance, they're generally referring to that
Talking about flossing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Do you know how to floss?
No. I don't think I've ever seen that dance before.
What? Yeah, you have. Have you seen the Backpack Kid dance?
No?
You didn't see Backpack Kid?
I have not.
Says the gremlin who lives in the internet. You didn't see Backpack Kid? Okay. Well, that's the floss dance. But whatever.
Okay.
They put it in as the Backpack Kid dance, even though it's flossing, but whatever.
It's gross. Whatever. Goddamn it, Epic.
Yay.
Man.
Alright, so, Brian, what's a good video game for someone who's into board games?
Oh, God.
Are you gonna make him say Mario Party? I'm gonna make him say Mario Party. Mario Party, Brian.
You know, Tegan, you're free to say Mario Party.
I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna hold this explosive dice over your head and force you to say Mario Party.
Tegan, you're free to say it all you want. So.
I love Mario Party. It's so fun.
It is fun. Also, that what was it called? Amiibo Festival.
Amiibo Festival. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival is only on Wii U.
Oh yeah,
Mario Party is only on Switch. So, but still, doesn't matter.
The Switches are in this year.
Switches are in this year.
I'd say that, like, there are a bunch of board games out there, which, you know, increasing number that have versions available, have video game versions available. I believe Ticket to Ride is on Steam. So I would say, like, you know, find out what kind of, like, board games they're into, because there might be a version of the board games that they like that are available on a console or PC, or a game that not necessarily that they play right now, but, you know, one which is based on a board game, so it's still going to have a board game feel to it. You know, like a good example is like Plague Inc. You know, that board game has had like a ton of success as like a video game on like virtually every platform you can think of. I think Plague Inc. is even out on fucking phones. So I'd say, like, look for like board games, like actual board games that are available as video games. Specifically on Switch, I think that there's a version of Monopoly. I hesitate to specifically recommend it because I heard it sucked. That version of Monopoly. So maybe if, like, you're curious about that, do a little recon first, but there are tons and tons and tons of board games available as video games, like, because that's really become a full-on thing. Like, I know Ticket to Ride is available on Switch.
Yeah, and they announced that they were, like, putting Catan on, like, Switch too.
Yeah. So these guys out here can recommend their, like, their fucking Mario parties all they want. I'll say that there are alternatives.
Well, I mean, there are definitely alternatives, but, like, Mario Party's still out here, and, like, Civ is still around. And, like, I think they're putting Civ 6 on the Switch, if I remember correctly. Yes.
You think that Civ 6 would be something that would scratch an itch for somebody into board games?
Well, it depends on the board game. Like, if they're interested in, like, longer form stuff with, like, complicated rules, like, not like your Monopolies, but closer to stuff like, I think, Catan, like, it could be a vibe.
Okay. Cool. What's our next question?
What's a good board game for someone into video games? This is going to be really dependent on what kind of games your person likes. This is going to be, yeah. This depends. I feel like what kind of board game is good for someone into video games is more dependent on what kind of other things they enjoy. You know? Because you've got, like, What Do You Meme? Which is going to be really good for someone who's super into internet humor. And you've got, like, there's a Five Nights at Freddy's Monopoly set. There's there's a Sailor Moon Monopoly set, too. There's a Fortnite Monopoly set, my dudes.
Yeah.
You can get Fortnite Monopoly. You can get Fortnite. And then there's, like, Unstable Unicorns, and, like, the Deadpool games, and there's tons of themed chess sets, and, like, I don't know. Pandemic's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna make a specific recommendation of a game called Golem Arcana.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
So Golem Arcana is a miniatures game. And so it combines a lot of the stuff about like strategy combat games like Warhammer, and stuff like rules like lane-based, team-based gameplay, like like your Dotas and your LOLs. But the way Golem Arcana works is it's a miniatures game with like really, really beautiful miniatures. And it comes with this like Bluetooth-enabled wand.
Ooh.
And you download an app for like either your iOS or your Android device. And so your iOS or Android device does the RNG and the rules management stuff for this like complicated strategy miniatures game. So you get to play like a complicated miniatures combat game without necessarily needing to do 19 years worth of math to do it. So it's like get your video game friend around a table and have this like weird experience of still having like a device manage the rules for them. So they're getting that social table experience, but still having like a background system running the rules. So I think it could, just for like a strictly like pragmatic sense, be the most possibly like transitional thing. Like, here, play this thing while something still manages the rules for you. Because with most board games, regardless of what the board game is, the people are still managing the rules. If you have 6 people playing Clue, then the 6 people are the ones, implementing whether or not, it's been done right. But with this, your iPad or your Samsung phone is going to tell you whether or not you're doing it right. So that's an idea. And really, really pretty miniatures. So I think our next question kind of like feeds into some of the first questions that we asked, which is that like, is gift giving season a time to try and share your passions or honor the passions of your recipient?
I'm gonna hardline on this, and I unequivocally support the latter and not the former. That's the way I feel about it.
Get them something they'll like?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sort of thing?
Because, like, gift giving in general is about, well, personally, I think it's about thinking about the things that you know and like about the person and, like, sharing that with them.
Yeah. So I think I think I agree, Rocky. So to circle back to our anime and wrestling questions from earlier, if you have a person who's not particularly into it, for the love of Pete, unless they've expressed some kind of curiosity in a meaningful way, don't fucking do the thing, Don't be like, look at this weeb shit or look at this squared circle shit, because come on. Giving a gift is supposed to be about them, right? Not you. Yeah.
The best gifts, I feel like, are either like that one thing that I mentioned that one time that you actually remembered, or things you can do together. You know? So, like, if you can, like, this year for my birthday, my mom got me tickets to see Hamilton. And that was fucking sweet, obviously. Months ahead of time, but still, like, gifts that are events, I feel like, are things that you don't have to happen right then, you know?
Right.
Like, just be like, hey, I want to do this thing for you. And a lot of times people aren't, like, solely into X, Y, or Z, which makes it easier to do those kinds of things, you know? Like, your person who's on the internet all the time is probably also into John Mulaney, and you could take him to see one of those, or, like, get a show on DVD or something. Like, there's other ways to be like, hey, I notice... Gifts are sort of like, hey, I see you and I notice you.
Right.
And your excitement about this thing makes me happy.
One thing I like to try and, make a piece of my gift giving is I try and think about what's a thing this person would love that they haven't made the time for themselves to enjoy. Like I try to think of what would they have bought for themselves if they had the time. Like specifically, like I think about like the video games I bought you guys last year. I'm like, would Tegan have bought Nier if Tegan had the time to buy Nier?
Tegan had known about how great Nier was.
That
was a good one.
Yeah, or like, I know how much like Rocky loves meaningful challenge in video games. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that like if Rocky had the time, Rocky would have gotten in to this Mario plus Rabbids. So it's a helpful rule of thumb, at least for me. Like thinking about like what would this person get for themselves if they had the time. Obviously, there are going to be some people who that's a weird rule of thumb just because of the way they treat themselves when it comes to buying things. So that doesn't always translate, but it translates often enough. Let's see here. Is booze a bad holiday gift?
No!
Yes.
No! People's families suck! People's families suck a lot of the time. God. Sometimes they just need it, man.
I mean,
booze is a bad gift for an alcoholic. Don't buy an alcoholic booze.
Well, I mean, based off of my personal gift-giving philosophy, like when I think about what I know and like about a person, and I get them a gift, like celebrating that, booze usually doesn't come to mind for me. And, like, if I think about it in those terms, the statement that I'm saying by giving that sort of gift is not particularly, like, good or flattering. I'm not saying I'm against giving people booze, like, in general, or even as a gift. I just think for the holidays, it's probably not the best time for that.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters, because sometimes you'll see a set of glasses or something, and you think the glasses, like, really suit them for whatever reason. And it comes with a bottle of something, you know? And that's like, okay, you know, it's not just the booze you're getting. But also, sometimes it's just the booze you're getting. Sometimes you just gotta buy your gothic friend a bottle of apothic wine, and you put it in a cute bag with, like, a funny little, like, wine koozie thing on it, you know? And sometimes that's just great, you know?
I get that.
I feel like
the more a person's family sucks, the more appropriate it is to give them alcohol with their gift, you know?
I feel like before gift cards became like a acceptable fuck it, I don't know, man gift, that like booze was the king of like, fuck it, I don't know, man. We'd be like, oh, well, you're Pete, my brother-in-law. Pete, I don't really know you, so, here's
But
this...
I know you drink beer. So have this 6-pack of Christmas ale. Or whatever.
It's the fuck it, I don't know, man, gift. In so many situations. Like, so even if you don't intend it to be, like, booze, I think, can come across as a signaling, I don't know you. So...
Unless you pick the right one.
Yeah, I feel like that's more like... I think booze is only a bad gift if you don't put effort into the boozing, you know? Like, if you don't make it part of a thing. Like, if you're just like, I don't know you at all, have a bottle of vodka. Like, that's boring. You know?
Here's an 18-pack of Bud, bro. Merry Christmas.
That's shitty. Although, up here in the north, there's the Great Lakes Brewing Company, and they do Christmas beer, and the Christmas beer goes out nowish and sells out everywhere. 'Cause everybody wants it, 'cause apparently it's great. And people give it as a gift, because it's so hard to find, 'cause everyone's buying it.
Yeah, it's a rare commodity.
Right.
I feel that.
Even though it's not. Like, it is, but it isn't.
Okay. Well, that's a thing. I feel like our next two questions kind of go as a pair.
Okay.
How to get my grandma off Farmville. How to get my mom off Bejeweled. Did I put these in here? Are these questions my fault?
Yeah, probably. Who knows, man? I don't even have a grandma.
I don't remember putting them in here because if I did, I sincerely apologize because these are bad.
I know how to get your grandma off of Farmville, though. I know this one. I know this one. Buy her Harvest Moon.
Ooh. That is a vibe.
Buy her Harvest Moon. Or fucking Stardew Valley. It's all the joys of Farmville without her sending you constant invites on Facebook.
Oh, I can't remember their names. No, but they're like old Fable devs. Didn't they like just put out like it's not out. It's like an early access. But there's like a farm sim. I think it's called Kinseed. It just recently entered early access.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get your mom off Bejeweled, though. Like, I think she's just trapped.
Yeah, I think she's just
Sorry.
gone.
I mean, at least it's, is Bejeweled better or worse than Candy Crush? I don't know. They're the same game.
They are the same game. Well, Candy Crush is definitely worse. Because it's taken over the world. It's super addictive. And it asks for more of your money.
Yeah. So maybe just be happy your mom isn't spending your college tuition on Candy Crush.
That's real.
Buy her some actual gems.
But get your mom something nice. Oh, you know what you do? You buy her that tennis bracelet. Because if you spend $1,200, you get a free Switch.
No, don't buy her a tennis bracelet. Unless she wears bracelets regularly, don't buy your mother a bracelet. You could get her a nice watch. Most moms still wear watches because they're not necessarily a fan of using their cell phone as also their watch.
They never have enough time. They need to keep track.
Right, exactly. A lot of moms like spending time with you is what they really want to do. So do something nice like get you and your mom tickets to something, you know, the art museum, a movie or whatever, and a bunch of gift cards for lunch or dinner afterwards at whatever her favorite restaurant is. I don't give a shit what your favorite restaurant is. This is for your mother. okay? And put them in a nice basket with, like, some snacks that go with it. Like, if you're going to the art museum, maybe you do, like, a nice wine and cheese board. Or if you're going to the movies, you get all your favorite snacks and some popcorn. And your mom will think it's really cute. And then it only costs you, like, what, $40 maybe? And you get to spend a day with your mom, and it'll mean the world to her.
Yeah, my mom thinks everything I do is cute. It's weird. I don't know what that's about.
That's my advice for your mom. Moms are super easy because all they want to do is spend time with you. And they want to know that you're not, like, a total fuck-up.
Damn. But what if I am a total fuck-up, Tegan?
You're not a total fuck-up.
I don't know. I might be. Ah!
No, you're not. You're not. Because if you were, your mom would just be real sad the entire time. She'd just be like...
My mom is really sad, Tegan.
Yeah, but you have other siblings. It's one of them who's the fuck-up, I'm sure.
Tegan is out here shooting on your siblings, man.
It's okay.
I'm
They
shooting on
kind of
my own
deserve it.
sibling, too. Jesus.
Oh,
I asked my mom if she wanted to look at wedding venues with me, and it was the first time she got excited about wedding planning. It's only taken a year and a half for her to finally be excited about the fact that one of her kids is getting married and she actually gets to do stuff about it.
Oh, yeah, because your sister, like, eloped or whatever.
Yeah, she did, and she still thinks she's gonna get a wedding! Oh. If you elope, you don't get a wedding!
Yeah.
Jesus.
Might get a backyard reception since you ditched us.
So it looks like our last question is gifts for a commuter, which I definitely sympathize with because I have spent so much time in my car, living in Phoenix. Phoenix is a giant metro area and you don't go anywhere without a car, and commuting is real, y'all. Like, I spend like 2 hours in my car every day.
That's still wild.
Let me
a
list
year
some
later.
things that I think I would get you as a commuter, and you can tell me if they're shitty or not.
Okay.
Okay? Like, the best travel mug. Keeps your hot drinks hot, your cold drinks cold for hours on end, like a Yeti or something.
He's not feeling it. Dude.
Yeah.
But I also don't think it's a bad idea. I feel like I'm an edge case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brian the Edge case. Brian the Edge Lord.
Brian the Edge Lord.
Edge case, not edge lord, motherfucker. Like, come on. It's different. It's different.
So you're the Lord of an Edge case, man. It's cool.
A subscription to Audible.
No.
No? Okay.
That one I can specifically say is a bad idea. There is a subscription to Audible, which is active in this house. And I think that, like, my wife is currently sitting on something like 6 credits.
Sick.
Yeah, like, it's one of those things where, like, I think because of the way Audible works, it's hard for people to remember to, like, go claim their book.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So would just regular old, like, books on CD work, then? Or is it more like, or do you think, like, podcasts are better?
I listen to a lot of podcasts. Like, I know one thing that, like, would probably be helpful for me is that, like, I use a aux cable that plugs into my stereo to listen to, my phone. Mm-hmm. But I'd say find out whether or not the person is listening to their phone in their car using either Bluetooth or an aux cable. And if it's an aux cable, then it's possible that anything that might make their charging experience more efficient is probably a good idea. It's very, it's. I wouldn't say you wouldn't want it to be your main gift to a person, but if you're like, hey, look, like I have an iPhone, so like by default, charging and listening to my phone at the same time doesn't happen because there's only the one available port. So I would need to buy an accessory that would allow me to charge and listen at the same time. So something like that is probably like something which would be like, thoughtful for someone and be like, hey, like, in case there's times you get into your car for your homebound commute and don't listen to something because you're like, oh, I need to charge right now. Now you can. Also, I know that there are fobs out there, which are like Bluetooth receivers that plug into aux ports. So that way you can use the Bluetooth features of a phone if necessarily the person's car stereo doesn't, natively have Bluetooth. Because there's a thing that's just plugging into their aux port, which is a Bluetooth receiver. So that's a thought. Maybe if it's an especially long commute, and they've expressed concerns with aches and pains, a beaded car seat cover.
Beaded?
Like when you get in a cab. And the person driving the cab has this thing which is it looks like their car seat is covered in beads.
No, but I will pretend yes.
Okay. This is a thing. And the idea is that it
massages different points.
It massages it and it helps facilitate blood flow, that kind of thing.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. And there have definitely been times where I've had commutes long enough that something like that would have, created comfort. Yeah, so that's just a few that popped to mind. I think that's all of our questions. Is there anything that you guys want to, add?
Family's always going to be harder to shop for than friends. So, consider also, with your family, creating wish lists on websites that you can send to each other. Just because sometimes that's easier,
Okay.
That's what Alex's family does. Just because there's so many and they're so spread out, it's too hard otherwise, And sometimes, seeing someone's wish list will give you other ideas, so you don't have to get them something on their wish list, but you can still get them something else they'll like.
Well, then I think that unless you've got something, Rocky, that's gonna do it for us for our holiday gift guide.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick that this ceremony is a lie, and having a room dedicated to it is a waste of valuable floor space.
Wait, is that just you shitting on Christmas trees?
Christmas trees are great. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I mean, I
Fuck
didn't mention Christmas trees. The
Fuck
thing
all of
that I did.
Wow.
Fuck that. Christmas trees are great, and they're lovely decor inside your home. If you have a Christmas tree window, fucking stick that tree in the window. Let the world enjoy your tree. God damn it, Rocky.
Okay, so guys, if you enjoyed this
Mad.
Holiday gift guide special, please let us know. We might do it again. If we miss some things on the mark, please let us know, because we want to get better at serving your needs. That's what we're here for.
Yep.
But otherwise, you guys take care. Have a nice Christmas or holiday season.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Season. I'm a monster. I'm sorry.
Silver bells.
No. Enjoy your Black Friday shopping, guys.
Silver bells.
Later.
It's Christmas time in the peace